This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz, let's talk about what I think might be the most Aussie thing I've ever seen. As you know, I was in Byron Bay over the weekend. Man, I love to get up to Byron, chase a break, mate. You know what it's like?
You don't surf,
felt
mate.
naked without my board there. I didn't take it with me, but I spent the weekend just chasing the green room. You know, first time I ever surfed, I think I was at Watergoes. Was a left to right, breaking left to right on the triple thruster.
Yep.
And
You were up there for a birthday party. It was a degustation. That's the reason you're up there, for the free food and the drink.
Okay.
And that's why you went up to
all
Byron,
right, well,
mate.
I did get a swim in, okay? And I was down at Watergoes. What's interesting, there was a couple of waves breaking out the back, and I was just playing in the shallows, splashing around like an untrained seal. Just this. Oh, do you know what I did too? I left my sunglasses on the plane, so I lost them, and I forgot to pack shorts, so I'm in my undies.
Oh,
Don't
great.
pull a face chest like it's the ugliest thing you could have thought of.
Yuck.
I'm just in my Lululemons.
Oh, my
Anyway,
gosh.
so
Yeah.
I decided to swim out a little bit far because there were some other people that were up there for the weekend in the shallows, and I didn't want to embarrass myself in my undies.
Yeah.
So I swim out, and I can see this guy, and he's sitting on his surfboard, and I thought, oh, he must be filming himself because I can see something mounted to the front of his surfboard.
Yeah.
And it was like a big surfboard, like your Classic 9, your Malibu.
Your mouth.
Your mal. So I'm looking at it and I'm swimming out to it and I'm thinking, what's he got going on there? All of a sudden, I see him reach forward and he grabs a beer out of the beer holder, like a stubby holder, and has a drink of beer out of the can and puts it back into the holder on the front of the board.
You can't have a beer holder on your board.
So I'm looking at this guy thinking, oh, right, so it's definitely a GoPro mount. He just must be really keen to, maybe he's a YouTuber. He's drinking beer while on his surfboard. So I'm fascinated by what this guy's doing. I'm thinking, this is the most impractical invention I've ever seen. You fall over, you fall off your board, your beer goes down and you've lost everything. So then I'm watching him. He sits on his board till he finishes his beer, right?
Yeah.
Then surfs into the shore where he's got a little esky and his kids and his wife are playing on the beach.
Yeah.
He yells at his kid, who goes and gets him a beer.
Grabs another one.
Puts it on the board, paddles back out, and then sits on the board, legs either side, drinking his beer until he's finished it and catches another wave in.
Don't mess with the locals,
And
mate.
I didn't know whether to celebrate it or think he was an absolute disgrace. The fact that he sent his kid to the esky too when he got to the shore because he couldn't be bothered undoing his leg rope.
Did you see the guy that took his kid out to Pipeline in Hawaii?
Oh, Jesus.
So the kid was around about 2 years of age and he was a local surfer and wanted his kid to experience a tube at Pipeline. Now, Pipeline's really dangerous.
Oh, my God.
So he takes the kid out there. He actually gets on a wave, but then the wave crashes over the top of him, and then he's basically throwing his child above the waves to get past the next waves coming in. The kid nearly drowned.
Oh, my God.
There's a video of it. It's crazy.
See, if that had happened in Australia, that kid would have had a beer, just sort of gaffer tape to his hand, I would have thought.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.